The poop farts over the queef.
Sorry, you're killing me today.
This is Premeditated.
The podcast investigating society's unwritten laws and the heinous ways they're broken.
True crime, low stakes.
I'm Neil.
I'm Graham.
And this is Premeditated.
When you were imitating having norovirus last night, I was cracking up. I'm still thinking about it.
Well, see, I was miming puking out my mouth and then shitting out my butt
really
back and
funny.
forth. Like, imagine kind of like a cartoon chicken, just like clucking up and clucking down. It's just kind of like that.
I thought it was really funny.
Cool.
Norovirus. Hello, America. We hope you are well and healthy and sheltered from this half inch of rain we're getting in LA.
Oh my God. My loins are flooded from this rain.
My loins need to be wrung out and dried because it is kind of misty outside.
Yeah, get the towels, get the rubber sheets. Mm-hmm. It's misty out. This is LA.
This is LA, and the mountains needed this. The mountains needed this.
Until they mudslide away.
Uh-huh. And speaking of mudslides,
we've got our favorite friend. Say hello, Christina. Say hello.
Hi, I'm a mudslide.
Hey. Quick little what's your quick little question to start off the podcast? What's your spirit natural disaster? Mine's, I think, sinkhole.
Oh, whoa!
Because they're kind of like whimsical. It's like, what's going on there? Like, I feel like it's one that people take pictures of a lot. Like, no one's taking pictures of like a hurricane because of all the bad stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But I feel sinkhole would be kind of fun.
Sinkhole definitely leaves a mark.
Yeah.
So
I think tsunami, like in the ocean.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're a water sign. You're a water sign.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I love that.
You love a tsunami. Is earthquake or meteor induced tsunami?
Oh, wait, are those the only two kinds of tsunamis?
I think there's more, but
I'll go quake.
Quake? Yeah, traditional.
Yeah. You can't see it coming, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
What would you be, Neil? Asteroid's pretty cool.
Asteroid is pretty cool. I think that asteroid is sort of fitting because I'm a bit spacey.
And you just renegade into the social zeitgeist and you say, hey, I'm Neil. And people are like, yeah!
Yeah, and you like absolutely under no circumstances would have predicted it coming, you know? If you're thinking about what could happen, asteroid's not on the list.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there's no asteroid insurance.
Yeah, and I like to live like that. So yeah, for sure, asteroid. Mm-hmm. We're all different. Takes a village. Takes a village to destroy the village.
Well, we have another fantastic case file to crack open today. I believe this one is brought to us by our good friend Mudslide.
That's right.
Uh-huh. I'm excited. You are a known connoisseur of the law. This is known. And especially with social etiquette. Can we say what your occupation is? Is that all right?
You can say that.
She works in HR, everybody.
Oh my
Ever heard of it?
God.
Human resources, which actually makes you the perfect podcast guest for this because you know exactly what humans are resourcing, you know?
And
Like
what they're
when-
not resourcing.
I think that's a big problem in America today.
What they're not resourcing.
People aren't resourcing.
Sure, yeah. They're
You
not
got to
resourceful.
resource, reduce, and recycle.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, the 3 R's, people.
Absolutely. And I'm sure that you run into all sorts of cases like every day and then have to mediate. Are you mediating a lot?
You're kind of writing because the podcast is based on unwritten laws, and you're kind of like writing the laws.
Yeah, I've definitely done some mediating. A lot of it is like how adults can be adults and treat each other as adults.
Easier said than done.
As
yeah.
colleagues. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm finding that it is very easy to be employed when that is your job.
A job that's easy to
It's
get.
in demand, yeah.
Oh,
Forcing adults to behave like adults to each other is something we need more of.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
And how many episodes of this podcast would Neil and I have to do to be qualified for a job in HR? Then taking a minute to think about this. I don't want any off the cuff answers here.
Are we talking hours? Are we talking eps? Are we talking
Eps.
Let's say each ep is half an hour. So 2 eps is an hour. How
Okay.
many? Okay. So we don't have to do 10,000 hours like the Malcolm Gladwell thing.
10,000?
Is that a little bit of rent?
I was
the
starting to
wrong
go
number.
the but I tried to go the 10,000. No.
10,000 hours to master human resources. Yeah.
Let's go with 10K.
10K?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so
Okay,
only
so we
is
need
20,000
episodes.
episodes.
That's what? That's 400 years.
Yeah.
You
That
got
seems
this.
like
We're
a
not going
lot.
to do it.
I don't think we're going to work in HR.
Yeah, no, certainly not with just this pod.
Shoot.
Shoot. your job is safe.
Yay.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about this case file that you have.
But don't tell us
Don't
too
tell
much.
us what it is. Oh my gosh.
I swear to God, if you tell us what it is, we'll yell at you.
Okay. This case was brought to me by my husband, who reminded me that this is something I strongly believe in.
Okay.
And
He
was-
reminded you that this is something that you strongly believe in. Like you forgot about believing in it, and he's like, "Hey, Christina, you believe in this."
Yeah, he was
Okay.
like, this was like the first week of us living together. I discovered this, and
He knows this about you.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm excited.
Okay.
I don't wanna
So
know.
we're just going to improvise this case file and then we're going to get into it and we're going to come up with a ruling. I can't wait.
We're gonna mediate and become HR people. Is there a name for your types of people?
Like HR professionals.
Oh, you have to put professional after it.
you do.
Okay. No one says like economy professional. It's like
Economist.
yes, they.
Let's
have
get into the
economists.
case.
Okay.
I am so glad the three of us could get together for dinner. I love this restaurant.
Pierre's on Fifth. It is. I mean, it's French. It's fusion. It's got like. All, I mean, you could really find anything on this menu.
You really could. Speaking of which, do you guys know what you're going to order?
I haven't even looked at the menu yet. I am taking my time. I am enjoying the company.
Oh.
I am not going to bring reading into this yet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm working my way through the cocktail list. I'm looking at the Belvedere.
See, I came in already 3 sheets to the wind.
That's
Susan.
a cool saying. And you're also squeezing my leg pretty hard. So can you stop?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Sus.
But yeah, bevies. We want to do like shared apps or what's? No shared apps.
No?
I'll get my own apps.
Okay, Glennie's gonna get her own app.
Okay. What are you looking at? The artichoke dip or the escargot?
It's really none of your business.
Yeah.
Actually.
To be honest with you, I think that's my choice. So I will
no,
pick,
I know it's your choice, but like,
I'll probably get the jalapeno poppers.
Okay.
French style and
The jalapeno poppers.
is there a waiter here?
No.
Oh, that's you.
This is me,
again.
this
Okay,
is me
it's just-
Susan, saying jalapeno poppers.
God, could you please get your hand off my thigh? It really hurts.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, jalapeno poppers.
you guys can get whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Just like everything else I do in life, I do whatever I want. Yeah.
I suppose so. Man, we should have got a bigger booth for this. I think I'm gonna get a cup of the French onion soup, and they have bread with like they just bring bread out. They just bring bread out.
If they do, well, let's just make sure we do a count of how many pieces, and then we'll split that evenly.
So you want to split stuff?
Right down the middle. So let's just make sure if it's 3 pieces, we all have 3. If it's like a 4 situation, then we all get 1, and then we would cut the last one into thirds separately of equal.
I couldn't help but notice the popper order comes with 6. You're gonna eat 6 poppers when it's not even gonna be like a 4 and then 1 for me, 1 for.
No, if I get 6, I'll eat 3 to 4, and then I'll take the remaining 2 poppers home with me.
Glenia, I love how frugal you are.
That's the one way I put in it.
Thanks, Suze.
Anytime.
And again, I'm so happy we're here.
Oh my gosh.
Thrilled to be with you guys.
Thrilled.
Yes.
Your stick up your ass doesn't bother me at all.
Whoa!
So
Stick
listen,
up your ass. What? Glennie. I mean, that wasn't something we were talking about.
I brought a little ketamine, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom and do it.
Oh, but You sure don't want to do it after the meal? And she's gone. Okay. Well, this is awkward.
This is awkward.
They have like entree-sized salads, but I don't want my whole meal to be a salad. Would you want to share some of the salad?
No.
Because I'm worried that the filet is not going to have enough veggies on this side, and I kind of want to have some veggies. I mean, it's a chicken Caesar. It's very appetable.
Right, but you're ordering it, so it's yours, and therefore we will not be sharing what you ordered.
Do you want some bites of my salad? I'm not going to eat this whole entree-sized salad.
I don't want bites of your salad. It's disgusting.
There was a line for the ladies' room, so I used the men's.
Is that why your voice is different now?
No, I just used... I just took a little bit of ketamine. I don't think I'm going to get anything to eat. Is that weird?
Okay, your nails are like making marks on my thigh.
I want to make his Glennie a werewolf.
You're Glennie.
You're Glennie.
I'm Susan.
I'm so bad at like names sometimes. I'm like, because I was
I
like,
try and correct you in like little moments. Nope, I'm Susan. We're at Pierre's on Fifth.
Pierre's on Fifth.
Specifics.
Interesting. I think I'm going to be pretty aligned with this case.
Ooh.
I love to hear that.
I love predicting.
Let's say what the case is first.
Okay. We didn't even get to the bill, which I'm kind of happy with. Splitting the bill, because I think it's purely, let's stick with the food on the table.
Yeah.
What is laid out. The easiest way to do it is like personal order versus family style. But that might be a little overarching. You're nodding.
I think that could work.
You're swirling your spit around your mouth.
I am swirling. I'm swirling my spit.
Swirling my spit around my mouth. So, because I do, sharing entrees is tricky. Especially with a couple of my friends, because they're just hungry boys and they have like no concept of like sharing. And it's so annoying to me.
Well, I was going to say, the only people who ever want to like split the bill evenly are people who are fucking tiny.
Excuse
like you.
Wait, oh no, I was going to say both ends of the spectrum. If people who want to split the bill are people who are fucking tiny or people who are fucking pigs and like drink 3/4 of the pitcher and eat like all of the fucking popper chicken. And then we're like, oh, you go with splitting that? I'm like, no, you ate 65, no, more than that, 90% of the meal.
Let's just pump the brakes for a second. Are we talking about splitting?
Are we fighting?
I need to mediate. I need HR.
Are we talking about itemized versus equal bill splitting? Or are we talking about just splitting the bill at all?
We're not talking about the bill. We're talking about the food on the table, honey.
Well, okay, yes, sharing. We're talking about sharing.
Yeah.
Sharing food,
Okay,
yeah.
Yes.
Do you see how like rich this question is actually?
This could be a two-parter.
Because I know how I feel about this. I'm getting heated, actually.
Yeah. The floor is yours.
Your posture is erect.
Yes.
You are up and ready to podcast.
There are two ways to handle the restaurant bill at the end of the night that I will. If you're having dinner with me...
But we're not talking about the bill. We're talking about the food.
we're not talking about the...
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Actually, I'm a sharer.
Just watching a grown man deflate.
Truly. Oh, that was incredible. I don't think I've ever seen that before in my life. Immediately crumbled.
Well, yeah.
I like sharing in concept because I very often I sit down, I look at the menu and I'm like, oh, there's like 3 things I want. I for sure want to get this thing. And so like if I only get this one thing, that's what I'm going to get. But there's like 2 things on there that like I would love to have bites of or at least try or whatever. So that's why it's perfect in group setting. It's like, oh, you're going to order that. I'll have a couple bites.
Okay. So clearly our guest doesn't agree with sharing.
Correct. I do not share food.
Whoa, blanket ban on all sharing food.
Correct.
You know what? I saw
often
you
have
do
a
this.
sandwich. Well, that's because you finished with it, so you're done. So that's not a sharing because you're done with that sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. One time after, this was like early on in improv class, I was like, you don't know me this well, but somehow you do. She like came to class with like a whatever brown box of whatever bullshit sandwich was in there. And like
Christina's bullshit sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, whatever. It was like, just a to-go box. After class, she's like, hey, do you want my half sandwich? And like, I never throw out food. I refuse to do it. I will make myself physically sick if it means that like the food isn't thrown out. And I literally just like glared at her. I was like, how do you know this? How do you know that I'm a stranger who will for sure take discarded food from you? It's insane to me.
My logic was like tall dude probably eats a lot.
Not far off from being a good
but-
razor just like Occam's razor. You know, get the tallest guy, he will consume your leftover food.
Yeah.
He looks peckish.
Yeah. Perpetually peckish.
Yeah, I was like, how do you like I'll eat that. I'm a little ashamed to admit this. There's a place actually nearby you.
Okay.
It's like a Mediterranean wrap place. It's like right a couple blocks away. It's called it's some 2-word like not shawarma grill but like Occam's Grill.
Okay.
Occam's Razor Grill.
Just the easiest place.
Yeah. But we're eating there, and a guy it's like one of those ones where you each get your tray and they put your meal on it, and you carry the tray to the table. And we were sitting there. We had got our.
Wait, you had a high school cafeteria?
No, it's a local establishment. So the wraps are like they roll up the wrap it in paper, and then they slice it with a knife in the middle. So it's like a very clean cut. You know how like
you could share it very easily.
You know how like Jersey Mike does that with their subs.
Yeah.
Man, unbeknownst to us, eats his half, then leaves his tray in an untouched half of the wrap, and like leaves the restaurant. So I'm reaching over and grabbing that wrap. Is that
You took the wrap?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Whoa.
No bites out of it. If there was a bite out of it, I would feel differently.
Was it fully wrapped or like did his little hands touch?
No, there might have been some slightly touching some of the sauce on the tray, but that's it.
Is this how you got norovirus?
That was actually at a place where we had ceviche and beef tartare on the same meal, which is I would never do again.
Listen, the way your eyes are darting around looking for validation is hilarious.
Yeah.
I think I know I'm wrong, but like, we're eating our meal. We've ordered. I've got fries to share. Do you, Jason, not do fries to share?
If we
Wow.
Jason knows that like I have to make that offer and we have to both be bought into that. It's basically like a contractual arrangement.
It must be proffered. It must be formally proffered.
So there's no grabbing one and dipping it in ketchup and just knocking it back.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
Joey doesn't share
not.
food.
I don't fucking share.
Okay.
No.
But like, what about places where like fries don't come with an entree? You have to buy like a basket of fries, and that's normally like a couple portions of fries. You guys, that's like, so if you order a portion of fries, you're eating that whole basket of fries.
So last Friday, I went to my favorite burger place called Low Boy. Shouts out to
Oh, I
Low Boy.
love Low Boy. Shouts out Low Boy.
So good.
Favorite place to go before a Dodger game.
Yes.
Free tickets. Please give them to us.
I actually have season tickets this year.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
Go into Low Boy beforehand. Yeah.
no boys.
You may know at Low Boy, the fries are massive. Do you recall? They're huge.
I normally just smash their burgers. I think I have gotten the fries though. Yeah, but they're like they're the basket, like a full tray. Yeah.
And when you order them,
by
like
huge, you mean a lot of fries, not each fry is humongous.
Like if you took both of your hands, you probably couldn't pick up all the fries that they serve you.
Wow.
like when you order them, they'll be like, "Hey, just so you know, it's enough for 2 people."
Okay.
But
Yeah.
however,
On Friday last week, I was like, "Jason, I want to get burgers. I will be getting my own fries."
Oh, wow. So before you left the house, this was established.
It was established, and that is what happened. And I went to bed 30 minutes after consuming said
very
fries.
full.
did Jason order his own fries then? He was like, the only way I'm getting fries is if I order them myself. Did he get fries?
Yeah.
So you guys had 4 people's worth of fries?
We did.
You're both
For tiny little people. For 2 little fucking minions, yeah.
Not people you would stereotype as people who would finish your leftover food.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this true only at restaurants with you?
No. Oh my God. If I cook something and it is not supposed to be a shared thing, and you take a bite or you dive in, absolutely not.
What is your reaction to it?
I just am so angry. I'm like, I put so much, I'm like mad now thinking about it.
She's tearing up. For the listeners at home, she is weeping.
Yeah, could you wipe some of those tears on your leg just so we get them for the audio?
No, it's infuriating because I'm like, I made this for myself. If you wanted it, you would have made it for yourself.
Okay. I'm going to agree with you just a little bit. Because mostly I disagree with you, but yesterday's lunch made a lot of spaghetti. Because if you know anything about me, you know that that's my favorite kind of spaghetti is too much.
Okay.
So I made a lot, and I'm doing something a little different right now where I put cottage cheese on it.
That is different.
It's so good. Anyways.
I could see it being good. I don't think I'm going to go home and try it, but
It's like a ricotta.
so far I'm with you. Yeah.
And I bring it upstairs for lunch, and my boyfriend was here because he's like, oh, I'm going to work from your place today, which is rare and lovely when it happens. And we were like, okay, let's watch like half an hour of TV while we're eating our lunch in the middle of the day. It's gonna be so cute.
What a treat.
And he doesn't like pasta, so he made...
How does he feel about cottage cheese on pasta?
No, we'll get there.
Okay.
So he made hot dogs inside of a quesadilla because he's a man.
This sort of tracks with how you've told me his apartment looks like.
Oh my God.
I've had some hot dog quesadilla roommates for sure.
This is like girl dinner, it's like man lunch.
Oh my God, we just invented man lunch. And it's hot dog quesadillas. So anyways, and I'm like very happy with my bowl of leftover spaghetti. And I put some fresh cottage cheese on it because that freshens it up and it makes it creamy and it's lovely. And I encourage
Fresh
everyone to
cottage
try
cheese
it.
is kind of, I don't know, it's not an oxymoron, but it just doesn't make sense.
That's fine.
Anyways.
And so he's just like, oh, cottage cheese. And he grabs just all the cottage cheese.
No, he doesn't.
And he's just like, oh, it's so good. But he doesn't like pasta. So he avoided all of it and he just ate my cottage cheese.
Just ate the topping?
And I didn't say anything because I was like, I was like excited to show him this TV show I just found.
What's it called?
I'm a Virgo. It's
Oh,
so
yeah,
fucking
Riley.
good. And so I didn't say anything, but he hasn't been back since. And that's on purpose.
I think that's like unforgivable.
It's okay. I forgave him until just now when I got permission from you to unforgive him.
You regave.
Yeah.
That's pretty heinous because
Yeah.
the cottage cheese is a topping. That's like reaching over someone's cupcake and licking off the icing. It's like, what? This is half of the portion of the meal. I'm pro sharing, mainly because I want to try stuff.
So you want to be shared with. And that is driving your sharing attitude.
Yes,
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
That very well put.
Okay.
Because on the inside, I don't like sharing. I want, like, it annoys me so much.
I'm HRing right now.
It annoys me so much. We went out for my wife's brother's birthday. It was like a joint birthday. They have birthdays in the same month. So we went out to like a brunch. And we're doing mostly family style. And I know that it's a younger brother and he's like one of those eaters where it's just like, I eat.
He's got a lot of hair too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Which like I'm in here too, but I have fucking manners. I'm like, I show restraint.
Hence this podcast. Yeah.
And so like we're like, oh, should we get dessert with brunch? And they're like, we have these beautiful like banana chocolate crepes. So we're like, put us down for 2 orders. This is amazing. 6 people comes. Each serving has 2 crepes.
So we got 4.
Crepes,
Okay.
6 people.
How do you do it?
This 29-year-old man goes, it's my birthday, grabs 4th of the crepes and is just like, this is mine, and eats it. And like, I almost slammed my fork down. I was like, and so like just me and his girlfriend and my wife just like slow with our forks, just taking bite for bite. Cause I'm like, Christina, like if someone's has like 1 bite more than their allotted amount, I'm like, I will clock it immediately.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, then I bet this happened with
And it's
us.
like interior white rage. I don't say anything because, as we know,
You're a coward.
thank you. I don't say anything, but the entire time I'm like, I've had like friends come over for football games. I'm like, he took 4 wings, the rest of us had 3. This is fucking bullshit. I even made the wings. I think the cook should have get the free flop or whatever. It's like, if there's an odd number, whoever made it or is doing the service should get the extra.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But anyways, he just flies off the handle, bare hands a crepe, eats it, and like
Bare hands it?
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Is
A
his thing.
chocolate crepe?
I mean, it was a dry hold. Like you could kind of
Oh, it was
fold it
a
like a
dry hold.
taco.
Okay,
it was a dry hold.
Got it.
More of a quesadilla hot dog, if you will.
Yeah. It's the quesadilla hot dog of the affluent brunch world. It was like he kind of tacoed it, where the rest of us just did like forks and bite for bite and stuff. But it was. I'm still irritated about it.
Yeah.
But like if it wasn't his birthday, probably wouldn't.
But also, you're 29. Come on. It's your birthday.
Do you know what I did for my 29th
Also,
birthday?
it wasn't his birthday. It was like we're celebrating the birthday month. Anyways, Jason, if you're listening to this, I love you, but for fucking
Fuck
sake,
you,
man.
dude. For my 29th birthday, I flew 12 of my friends to Cuba and gave myself a Lifetime Achievement Award. So 29th is a big one.
Wow.
You
Big
know?
flex, man.
Yeah, big flex.
What'd you do for your 29th, Christina? Did you share food?
I don't remember.
Do you do too? Think a little.
Okay, I think I was at a pizza place.
Well, pizza's kind of the great equalizer. Well, if people take even amount of slices, but it's like the food is divvied up.
God.
It was it's like a personal pan situation. I always got my own.
You would like read books in like elementary school just to get the pizza.
Oh, hell yeah, the book it? Yeah.
Because it's like, I read 6 books this school year. I get my own personal pizza.
Yeah.
Listeners, write in if that makes no sense to you, because that makes sense.
We never had
to a lot of
food-related
people.
gifts. It was always just like you get some like dumb, crappy electronic thing, like a CD player that also tells time, or like
What?
like like you're talking about like elementary school, like where you sell like wrapping paper or popcorn or whatever to get.
No.
Well, there
you
was
read.
actually specifically the book. I think it was called the Book It.
Oh,
The book what?
Bookathon.
Book It? Is that
Book
right?
It? Yes, it was
Yeah.
called Book It. How did you remember that?
I loved Pizza Hut.
Yeah, me
and
too.
it was truly like a brilliant business model, because it was like, okay, kids, you earned a personal pan, and then guess who has to bring you in because you're 6? Your parents, who are going to eat a
not
full
gonna-
meal.
Yeah, who are not going to watch you just have a personal
Yeah.
pan pizza by yourself. They're going to get.
My parents would. They would watch me have a personal, and they would be
Ice
sitting in the
water.
car being like, "Your 10 minutes are up, so you better get out of here."
I'm glad that we settled this. That it's actually sharing food.
Yeah.
It's actually sharing food. And do you cook for other people?
Yeah, I'll cook dinner for my husband, my hubby.
What about
I expect that's shared,
what about friends? People like Graham and
dinner
I.
parties. What you making me come over?
a
Hey, we
proposition.
come over around like 6:30 p.m. What do we got on the table?
Yeah, no, I love cooking dinner for folks. Like, I cooked Thanksgiving for my whole family, which was really fun.
You've offered me Modelo's at your home
Yeah.
before. Yeah. Like, I don't think that you're like stingy with your resources. It's mostly like, it seems to me that this is coming from a place of, I have the intention to eat this,
Yes.
and nothing is going to interrupt that.
Correct. That's
Okay.
exactly what it
There's
is.
yours and ours, and those are separate things. So like when we cook food for us, when we come over at 6 to 6:30 and we're having a meal, that's our food.
Yes, correct. I think that's a good way to frame it up. Yeah.
How do you feel about people going back for seconds at your house?
How much is in the pot?
I'm really glad that we're talking about this because I've thought about this a lot. Enough to save for the next day,
Okay.
but if people start taking seconds, there won't be.
I think if it's at the home, I do have a problem with it. Though
Yes.
it is reminding me of a funny.
I have a problem with it too. Yeah.
I'm reminded of a very funny thing that happened to me where I did break this rule at the Garibaldina Society. It's like Italian, it's an old school Italian like spaghetti looking
Factory?
place. Yeah, I don't know why I said spaghetti looking.
Spaghetti looking is cool.
But it's really cool. And they do these like big dinners, and they do these big pasta dinners, and there's like the big cell. And I went, but I hadn't eaten before because I thought it was like as soon as you got there, you would get the pasta. And it was like, oh no, there's like an hour of like vamping.
My
and
worst nightmare.
I like vamping before a meal.
yeah, and like
I hate
dancing and
vamping
stuff.
before a meal.
And I was so hungry, and we're at this like table, and they finally pass out it's like meatballs in a bowl, pasta in a bowl, family style.
Very Italian.
Yeah.
Pasta and meatballs separate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got mine, and I announced to the table that I was going to get 3 meatballs because I was hungry.
Okay.
Okay. And what
So
did
we
they do?
go around, and like the people next to me are like, "Oh, I'm hungry too." So they all got 3, and then these 2 people who happened to be up dancing they weren't at their table
They
when
went
we
there
were
for the
passing
3
stuff out.
meatball declaration.
They had to share like 1 meatball and like 2 little pieces of spaghetti because we just took it all.
But it's not a gala? They don't have more in the back?
They had no more. We thought that they would be like replenishing it, but they didn't. And so then we were just like, well, I just ate a lot, and sorry.
And you didn't.
Yeah.
Listen, I would be infuriated because I think that we give the world to planners. People who are waiting patiently for their meatballs. And
That's true.
I might be out dancing instead.
Being
Yeah,
spontaneous.
but like I think that is sort of right though. Like the people,
It is right.
The people who are willing to quote unquote work for the food, which means stay at the table and don't go dance because you want 3
Yeah.
balls.
Because early birds
Deserve
get the
the
worm.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
the early
Yeah.
birds.
Yes.
And I am early.
Yeah.
There.
Early birds all think this. Yeah.
Yes, we're here. We're awake.
Well, it's certainly when it comes to pasta, I'm the most. Ooh, don't touch that my fucking thing. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
pretty much with everything else, I'm pretty okay with just being like, yeah, have some or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me, and I will do it to everybody else.
I'm trying to get better at it. I think I do lean more Christina, though. Christina, let me ask you if you have this. If it's a burrito or a sandwich, you know what the good bites are.
Yeah.
The butt of a burrito is like the best part, but like, you know, like some bites of the burrito are going to be like all avocado or all whatever.
Yeah.
And so like, if I like have a burrito and Colleen wants a bite, I'm like, I know you're going to take the best bite on there, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather portion your bite for you
Yes.
and give it to you.
Yes.
Like, and just like, I know she's going to take the part of the sandwich that has the most slices of turkey on it or like whatever, and that bothers me.
Yeah, that bothers me too. Or like the most crispy fry. Like I want the crispy fry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we have a support team, you and I, Graham.
We'll just sit at separate tables when we go out.
I think it's very clear where this jury is going to land. Sharing
Work on sharing, but it's not the most important thing.
and
No sharing.
I love that. And it takes a village to destroy a village. You know?
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle. Well, on that, should we just say jury hung, case open?
Also, fucking don't just scoop the cottage cheese off the top of the spaghetti.
Thank you. Case closed.
Case closed.
This is Premeditated.